Versatile Infotainment provides thousands of informative videos of our viewers. If you want more informative videos, please like and subscribe our channel. So let's go our topic.
With a $6 billion net worth, Donald Trump is an American politician, tech entrepreneur, real estate developer, author, and television personality. Donald Trump emerged victorious over Hillary Clinton in November 2016 to take office as the 45th President of the United States. Joe Biden defeated Donald in November 2020 during his re-election campaign. Donald Trump gained notoriety as the head of the Trump Organization, a multinational specializing in real estate and licensing, prior to his election as U.S. President. Notably, the Trump Organization has golf clubs in the US, Scotland, and Ireland, among other business and residential assets worldwide. Parts of 555 California Street in San Francisco and 40 Wall Street in New York City are owned by the Trump Organization. The majority of his most well-known real estate holdings are not truly owned by Trump or his company. For instance, the Galbraith Company and General Electric own Trump International in New York City. In order to add a little extra sparkle to the structure, Trump's name was licensed in 1996. In addition to the parking garage, restaurant, lobby restrooms, and room service kitchens that service the property, Trump does own one condo in the complex. The bulk of the residential apartments in Trump Tower are privately held condominiums, including Donald Trump's 10,000 square foot, gold-plated penthouse. The Trump Organization controls the building's retail and commercial spaces. Most notably, Donald controls almost 60% of the publicly traded corporation that owns his social media business, Truth Social, as we go into further depth in the paragraph that follows. At the time of his tech company's SPAC IPO in March 2024, his shares had a paper value of approximately $5 billion. Lastly, campaign records revealed that Donald has made hundreds of millions of dollars since 2000 by licensing his name for a wide range of goods and international real estate development ventures. Trump Media Dwac Equity Investments. On January 9, 2021, Donald was banned by Twitter. Subsequently, he established Trump Media Technology Group TMTG, a new internet business, and launched Truth Social, a social media platform similar to Twitter. It was announced in October 2021 that TMTG would go public through a SPAC merger with Digital World Acquisition Corp. DWAC, a publicly traded holding company. Following further delays caused by other factors and regulatory hurdles, the SPAC merger was not completed in 2022 or 2023. The transaction was authorized by DWAC shareholders on March 22, 2024. Following the merger's approval, Trump acquired 78.75 million shares, or 60% of the combined business. That stake was valued $3 billion at the time the vote was adopted. The ticker symbol was changed from DWAC to DJT upon the completion of the merger. Covenants with the corporation prohibit Donald from selling or lending his shares for a period of 6 months. Donald would earn an additional 36 million shares as a bonus if the company can sustain a price per share above $17.50 any 20 trading days in a 30-day trading period. Following the merger, the company's market capitalization was $9 billion. At that point, Donald's 60% ownership was valued at $5.4 billion. For the first time in his life, that elevated Donald to the ranks of the 500 richest people in the world. The company's market value had nearly decreased in half by mid-April. For instance, the market capitalization of the company was $4.3 billion on April 12th, when the stock was trading at $30. Donald's stock was valued at $2.6 billion at that point. Donald did, however, receive his earnout bonus of 36 million shares on April 23, 2024. The extra 36 million shares were valued at about $1.3 billion on that particular day. Apprentice salary. When Donald joined forces with Mark Burnett to produce The Apprentice, NBC made an almost unbelievable proposition. As part of his Apprentice agreement, Donald was entitled to 50% of all show proceeds. 2005 was his best year. Earning just under $48 million, Donald received $197.3 million from NBC as an apprentice between 2000 and 2018. He then used his newly acquired notoriety from The Apprentice to secure endorsement and license agreements totaling an extra $230 million. Salary of the president. Donald was eligible to receive a salary of $400,000 per year as president. During his tenure in government, he gave all but $1 of that salary to charity annually. He will receive an annual pension of $211,000 as an ex-president. Additionally, former presidents have lifelong access to the Secret Service, $150,000 in staff expenditure reimbursements, up to $1 million in travel expense refunds year, and office space reimbursements. The annual expense of us taxpayers' office space reimbursement to Bill Clinton exceeds $500,000. Childhood. The son of low-income real estate developer Fred Trump, a millionaire, Donald John Trump was born on June 14, 1946. Elizabeth, Donald Trump's grandmother, and Fred Trump began their careers in house building and sales. The company was founded in 1927 under the name Elizabeth Trump's Son and constructed a sizable portion of Queens' single-family houses. Over the years, the corporation expanded to manage and own over 27,000 rental units along the East Coast, mostly in the boroughs that border New York City. After attending Forest Hill's Q Forest School for a short while, Donald was sent to the New York Military Academy at the age of 13. He studied economics at Fordham University and the University of Pennsylvania's Wharton School of Finance, where he earned his degree in 1968. Following his graduation from college, Donald moved back to New York and started working for his father's business, which would eventually become the Trump Organization. The Trumps amassed a fortune in the 1970s by purchasing and leasing middle-class and lower-class properties in Queens, Brooklyn, Staten Island, and other nearby boroughs of New York City. In 1954, when he was just 8 years old, Donald Trump was technically a millionaire on paper thanks to stakes in his father's business that were placed aside for each child at different ages. Fred Trump established $1 million trust funds for his 3 great-grandchildren and each of his gift children in 1976. That is equivalent to about $5 million in current currency. The trusts used the money made from property sales and rental income from Elizabeth Trump's son to pay out annual dividends. Together, Donald and Fred's $200 million net worth, roughly $500 million in today's currency, placed them on the first Forbes 400 list of the wealthiest Americans in 1982. By the time of his death in 1999, each Trump brother had inherited and received dividends totaling around $413 million after accounting for inflation. Important information. Began receiving $200,000 in family dividends at the age of 3. Become a billionaire by the age of 18 courtesy of family trust assets. Decades later, those trusts would bring about $5 million annually. Easily the richest president in U.S. history received $427.4 million for creating The Apprentice between 2004 and 2018. Success on your own. In 1976, Donald ventured out on his own with a newly established trust fund and an additional loan from his father, determined to shift the family empire from the outer boroughs to Manhattan. For a variety of initiatives over the ensuing few decades, Fred would lend Donald at least $60 million. The majority of these loans were never repaid. He had great success as an independent contractor in 1976, transforming the Commodore Hotel into the Grand Hyatt, New York. New York was experiencing a severe economic downturn at the time. The Commodore's operations costed more than $1.5 million in the year prior. Over the following 4 years, the Trump Organization renovated the property for $100 million at Donald's direction. Most people thought the makeover was a huge success and a good thing for the building and the city as a whole. In 1996, Donald received $142 million from his partners, the Pritzker family, for his 50% share in the project. Donald started building what would eventually become Trump Tower, a 58-story skyscraper on Fifth Avenue, in 1982. In addition to 3 restaurants and many first-floor retail establishments, Trump Tower contains 238 residential units. For many years, Donald has used the top 3 floors of a triplex as his own New York City home. After you take out Trump's $30 million mortgage on the building, Forbes evaluated Trump Tower at $318 million, or $218 million, or $288 million in 2006. Thanks to the flagship Gucci luxury shop, the building's worth nearly doubled to $600 million in 2015. With a $100 million debt and a modest decline in NYC real estate values, the property's current value is probably between $400 and $500 million. He also owns Trump World Tower, Trump Place Trump International in New York City. The Plaza Hotel was once owned by him. A large number of the modern hotels and condominiums bearing the Trump name are the result of licensing agreements in which other owners pay the Trump Organization a fee to use the Trump name and often to run the leasing, sales, and management of the property. Donald added many casino sites to Atlantic City when he grew his portfolio there in the late 1980s. In 1990, the Trump Taj Mahal Casino, his flagship property, opened. The casinos were continuously losing money, and Fred Trump had to provide financial rescues. Between 1991 and 2009, The Trump casino and resort enterprises filed for bankruptcy multiple times. Other noteworthy Trump properties as of right now include: the Trump Winery in Charlottesville, Virginia, is a boutique hotel as well. Trump Doral is a Miami golf club. Trump Chicago 40 Wall Street in New York City is a posh hotel condo complex. Scotland's Trump International Golf Links is located in Aberdeen. Other golf destinations include Dubai, Los Angeles, Ireland, Ferry Point, New York, Turnberry, Scotland, and Bedminster, New Jersey. At least $1.4 billion in assets, $300 million in revenue from golf courses and resorts, $100 million in rental income, and at least several hundred million in mortgage liabilities were all listed in his May 2016 personal financial disclosure. Following his ban from Twitter, Trump founded the social media site Truth Social in 2022. In November 2022, Elon Musk restored his Twitter account. Nonetheless, Trump declared that he would remain on Truth. Novels and television programs. The best-selling novels The Art of the Deal, Trump 101, The Way to Success, and The America We Deserve are only a few of the works written by Donald. In 2004, Donald collaborated with Mark Burnett Productions to develop the Apprentice and NBC reality series. After its January 2004 debut, the program gave rise to a number of reboots and spin-offs, including The Celebrity Apprentice. 2 Emmy Awards were also given to Trump for his efforts on The Apprentice. Later lawsuit statements would disclose that Donald received $60 million from NBC for each season of The Apprentice. In 2007, he was bestowed with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Children and relationships. In 1977, Donald wed Ivana Zelnikova, who would later become Ivana Trump. They had 3 kids together: Eric, Ivanka, and Donald Jr. After their 1992 breakup, he married his well-known mistress Marla Maples in 1993, the year she gave birth to their daughter Tiffany. 1999 saw their divorce. Supermodel Melania Knauss, whom Trump married in 2004, gave birth to William Barron Trump, his 5th child, in 2006. Does Donald Trump have a $3 billion net worth? $9 billion? $15 billion? Donald made his announcement that he was running for president in June 2015. He disclosed an estimate of his own wealth along with his statement, putting it between $8 and $10 billion. The primary reason Donald's net worth deviates from the majority of widely recognized assessments of his fortune is the way he views his personal brand. Donald estimated his net worth to be $3.3 billion, which included his personal brand. According to other observers, the brand is worth closer to $50 to $100 million. As previously noted, in 1982, Donald and his father's combined net worth of $200 million, roughly $500 million in today's currency, placed them among the wealthiest Americans. For a large portion of the 1990s, Donald was not listed among the 400 richest Americans due to financial difficulties and real estate downturns in the 1980s. With a $2 billion net worth as of right now, he ranks about 720th in the world and 260th in America among richest people. Over time, Trump has publicly mocked the amount of money that Forbes and other publications have estimated for him, including celebrity net worth. In his book, Trump Nation: The Art of Being the Donald, written by Timothy O. O'Arian and published in 2009, the author calculated that Donald's actual net worth was between $150 and $250 million rather than billions of dollars. Angry with the assertion, Trump filed a $5 billion lawsuit against O'Arian and his publisher, alleging that they had committed actual malice, and cited 3 unidentified sources to support his significantly lower estimated net worth. Trump was less certain during his deposition than his attorneys, who claimed that their client's wealth had been proven conclusively to be $7 billion. In the course of the deposition, Trump said, "My net worth fluctuates, and it goes up and down with markets and with attitudes and with feelings, even my own feelings. Yes, even my own feelings as to where the world is going, and that can change rapidly from day to day. Then you have a September 11th, and you don't feel so good about yourself, and you don't feel so good about the world, and you don't feel so good about New York City. Then you have a year later, and the city is as hot as a pistol. Even months after that, it was a different feeling. So yeah, even my own feelings affect my value to myself." According to Forbes, Donald Trump's net worth reached a height of $4.5 billion in 2017. Forbes reduced its 2019 projection to $3 billion. According to Forbes, Donald's personal scandals have caused his brand and real estate holdings to lose value since he was elected president. Contrary to what Fortune magazine has stated, estimating his net worth at $3.3 billion, a $300 million rise since the day he was elected. In 2009, Celebrity Net Worth started monitoring Donald's wealth, and at the time we calculated his net worth to be $1.5 billion. Holdings in personal real estate. Donald Trump's lengthy principal residence was a 30,000 square foot triplex penthouse at the top of his eponymous Trump Tower on Fifth Avenue in New York City until he became president and moved into the White House. The apartment's ceiling features Italian frescoes, and it is renowned for being decorated with gold, marble, and diamonds. The minimum value of this unit is $100 million, maybe closer to $150 to $200 million, given the opulent furnishings and reputation.